Oh my gosh.
This is Brian.
Brian?
So I had him since 2004, estimated to be about 20 years old. And we use these guys just to teach dogs to stay away from rattlesnakes.
All right, this is it. This is the big one. This is the one I've been waiting for. I didn't even tell you guys where we're going. We're not just going to Tucson. We came here specifically because we're getting rattlesnake trained. You spent a couple weeks at the same campsite and drive there twice. I don't even know if you can see that, but it thinks you live there. Say goodbye to Silver City. It's been a fun couple weeks, minus the vet for low. But we are on our way out. This journey has never had a firm plan. Well, unless you count driving west until the road ends, playing in the ocean with the pups, and then driving north, a plan. But after a couple rough travel patches and Enzo's need to see a vet, I decided I would meticulously plan the next stage of our trip. Zero visibility, do not stop in travel lanes, use extreme caution. Not what you want to see when you just wash the truck. In a dust storm, pull off highway, turn vehicle off, feet off brakes, stay buckled. Not really sure, I guess they just assume you're gonna get crashed into. Dang, we missed the welcome to Arizona! We missed that, boys! And Rally? I won't go into the details of this plan because, well, 1 hour before departing Silver City, New Mexico, I got a phone call. We had a cancellation and could do a rattlesnake training for both Enzo and Lotus if you could be in Tucson today at 5 p.m. Alright, so this dust storm thing kind of getting a little real. Alright, first sign of any civilization in over 100 miles. So I don't know what's here, but I'm eating something because I am starving. Riley has officially escaped. She escaped here at I-10 in Arizona and has taken refuge in the back seat with the pups. How you adjusting to this cat? How you feel about that? Safety concerns aside, as long as she's just sitting there, I really don't care if she's out. No! I wasn't recording! Shoot! That was my first In-N-Out Burger sighting. Oh, missed it. Well, here, you can look at this Costco. Jeez, oh Pete's. Welcome to Tucson, Arizona. We've been driving, and I guess, you know, going down in lower elevation, I wasn't really paying attention, but it is 88 degrees. Wow, it was 64 when we left. I've noticed more and more car park shading areas. This is an elementary school, and on top of the shaded area, it's all solar panels. That's cool. Focus on us. See it, but the Focus won that race against the Diesel. All right, we found a park down the street from the trainers. We still got a little bit of time. Got about an hour and a half before we need to be there. This will be a fun little drive with the Airstream. It's up on satellite, and it did not look this small. I had to completely jackknife to turn around, but I did it. All right, got Rally set up in there. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see her. We're not gonna be here too long. I mean, the humidity's not bad, but it is 90 degrees. And obviously we gotta worry about snakes. So come on, Lotus. Lotus. I purposely kept my long sleeves on. Never think so that I would get hot. Help me keep track if they're getting too hot. And I'm already getting hot, so. You getting hot? Yeah, I can tell. I'm thirsty. I've never actually researched cacti before, but it's like they're just a tree underneath. Huh, had no idea. How you doing, Riley? Wow, I got so much water. Yeah, I got all the drinkies. I need to give Riley a little bit more time though. This is a first. The pups are good to go. Need to wait on Rally. The sun went behind the one lonely cloud, and I swear the temperature dropped 1,000,000 degrees. It was amazing, and it's back. All right, I know I said I was gonna stop for food earlier, but then I remembered that there are some In-N-Out burgers in Arizona. Sure enough, there are some in Tucson. So, I ate some Twizzlers, Cliff Bar, Rockstar. That sounds terrible. So I can have In-N-Out later. Oh my gosh. I had to turn the air back on for the pups because, you know, it's Arizona. But before I filmed that last segment, I really did feel like I was making a good, just cause. And then, like, as I'm hearing myself say it out loud, I'm like, no. I just realized we've been driving all day. I didn't even tell you guys where we're going. We're not just going to Tucson. We came here specifically because we're getting rattlesnake trained.
I'll handle the dogs during the training.
It's all right, buddy.
Okay. So when we do this one, I'm gonna have you walk with me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just have you walk. Basically, when we walk, I'll have the dog, you can be on the other side, just stay shoulder to shoulder, don't go out ahead of me.
Okay.
And just don't tell them to look at the snake or leave the snake or anything. We want as little human influence in the training as possible. Typically what's gonna happen is they're gonna see the snake, go, hey, that's interesting, and wanna go investigate. Get a shock on the electric collar. More of a surprise than anything else, not expecting it. I'll make a couple passes just to make sure they say, I don't wanna get up in that snake, and then grab the next dog, do the same thing. Put the snake away. We'll walk him up where the snake was, let him check out the area. This highlights the fact snake was there, bad stuff happened, snake is gone, we're good.
That is one big snake.
Yeah, if you go behind the car, it'll be better.
Okay.
Not you.
Oh, not me? Okay. He doesn't care where that dog went, he cares where I go.
Okay, go ahead and walk in here by me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Come over here with him. Let him know he's okay. Still let him pee in on the snake again. Okay. Go ahead and take him, or actually I'll take him. He just hasn't keyed in on him yet.
Yeah.
You can let him know he's okay.
It's okay. The pupping snakes.
He got it. Good. All right, we're gonna walk that way.
He doesn't take. It doesn't take long for him.
Walk him away. Let him know he's all good.
Good job. So I'm a one and done.
See, like, they close their mouth. He's working his nose. Like that's what we're looking for. Somewhere in here.
Okay.
He wants to get away. Let him get away.
Okay.
If he wants to go put his nose on it, let him.
I'll
Would you
just
like
be
one
quiet.
of us to hold the camera while you did that? Then we're gonna work up on the scent bag. Ideally, they're gonna smell that. Say that smells like that rattlesnake. I don't want anything to do with it.
Sure.
Come back where that was. So shorten up on your line. Don't say anything to him. Stay right back up about 3 steps. Shorten up on your line and kind of push him into that a little bit. Let him back off, let him back off. Good, good, all the way back, yep. That was perfect, right? So like, you get that like,
Yeah.
like
He's like, no, I don't
he
want.
made that connection between the scent of the snake and that, right? Keep moving, just go back and forth right in there. He hasn't worked it yet. Go ahead and go out a little bit, like a couple feet away. Keep moving, keep moving. Get back about 5 feet. Yeah, there you go. And now just kind of circle around in there. There he goes. Walk him, let him walk all the way to it if he wants to. That's okay, keep going. He's curious. Let him back off. Good boy. Good boy.
Did you have to do anything?
I didn't do anything. That was him.
Okay, good.
I was getting close. I was thinking he was gonna walk up on it, but he did really well. When you're out and about with them, kind of like how they were with that scent. Like I think he was just kind of stressed out and kind of doing his thing, but then you could see once he caught it,
Yeah.
how he was. But he did have to. He walked past it a few times. Stuff like that can happen too. But ideally
Sure.
now, like especially we'll see how they do when they see this guy come out. And then lastly, I'm gonna just show them a snake in a different location, and they're all done. Ideally, they're gonna say, nope, that's a bad deal. Like he's on it really nice.
He's really good because he's reactive to other dogs, and we used to have a neighbor, and he'd be really good about, like, I would try to work with him, he'd be like, nope, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not even going to look at the other dog.
Good boy.
Forward, then when
I
he
know,
pushed me back.
well, he watched him come, and he's like, yeah, no, he's...
Maybe if we go a little bit.
He doesn't want to look, he doesn't want to do anything. Yeah, he's good. I'm not going to stress him any more than he is. next time you're passing through town or whatever, let me know. You can do a recheck, or if you're in one of the states when I'm there this summer, let me know. We just recheck them for you for no charge and make sure they remembered everything, but they looked good, so. Yeah, they might be a little weird about, you know, seeing a stick or something like that for a couple of days, but they should be pretty set.
His or her name or his?
This is Brian.
Brian.
So I had him since 2004, estimated to be about 20 years old. And we use these guys just to teach dogs to stay away from rattlesnakes. Ideally, it's really more of just an educational deal where we want the dogs to understand what they are, what they look like, what they smell like, what they sound like, because most dogs are just curious about them. So the first time they see one, they want to go up there and investigate and put their nose on it, and they get bit, and you know, it could be deadly. So we want to make sure that we keep dogs safe. And yeah, if anybody's ever in the area, I'm in Tucson, Arizona, but we also travel all over the place. Some clinics set up where we teach dogs what rattlesnakes are and to stay away from them.
I don't think I've ever seen a rattlesnake in person, honestly. Is
Well,
this about normal size?
He's a little big.
Okay.
You know, they kind of come in all sizes, but he's roughly about 20 years old. You know, some of the babies, we just pulled a baby out of the yard a couple of days ago. Its head was about the size of a dime, so they were, you know, they can be pretty small too.
I don't want to do anything to draw his attention.
Yeah, they can, you know, sublimecanine.com or check us out on Instagram at sublime_canine.
And it didn't, I mean, you did both of them. We've been here 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long. I'm watching for the dog's reaction, making sure that the dog is keyed in on the snake and doesn't want to go up to it anymore. You know, that first reaction of, hey, what is that? You can see their ears go forward and then want to get up here and get close to it, and then they get a bump on the electric. It's more of a surprise. It's not that it's cranked up super hot, but it's like when we get shocked, you kind of jump and maybe yelp a little bit and go, whoa, what was that? And ideally they believe it happened because of this guy, and in the future they encounter these guys in the wild. Ideally they say, I know that's not a toy, I don't want to go mess with that. And ideally it works with all snakes, not just rattlesnakes. You know, we just kind of works on both sides. It keeps the dog safe, and ideally it keeps the snake safe as well.
Oh, well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming out. Unfortunately, I can't guarantee they'll never get bit. There's just too many variables out there. But ideally, after the training, they go, I know what that is. I'm no longer curious about it, and hopefully stay away from them.
Well, this was about 10 minutes away, so I guess we'll just go here. Even though it's not free. The website says 30, but they have non-hookup sites that are usually cheaper, so I'm hoping we can get a non-hookup site for like 10 or 15. Well, unfortunately, it looks like it is full, so yeah, I'm not gonna be able to stay here. Maybe it's just as well, because apparently we'd catch on fire. All right, this is it. This is the big one. This is the one I've been waiting for, In-N-Out Burger. And I really hope I haven't built this up too much, because I'm afraid I have. Oh, I've been waiting for this. It's been a long time coming on this one. All right, so this sort of became an impromptu vlog tradition now for this journey. Started when I went to get the Airstream, came across the sheets, and now it's just become like a thing. I said something about this in the last video where this has kind of become a thing, and like I kept getting all these like comments like, you're gonna like die of obesity or something. I ate some Twizzlers, Cliff Bar, Rockstar. We've been on this journey over 6 weeks now. This is the 6.5 time I've eaten out. Why is it a half? That's not important. It was just so nasty I threw it out. So like I don't ever, I mean, we're out in the middle of these campgrounds. Like I'm not just like eating out all the time. It's a pretty good milkshake. Gotta have a little cheap portion. I just ordered it, so it has cheese on it and stuff. Double, some Twizzlers, Rockstar. I'm really afraid I've built this up too much. On some level, I think we drove this far just so I could have this. It's pretty good. It's greasy. Part of that could be the cheese. I think I would actually like it better without cheese. Pretty sure I ate some paper. This is the best one so far. I think so. I would like to have it without cheese. I think it would be less greasy. So the only thing I don't like about it is it's really greasy. Where like some of the other places I've gone haven't been as greasy. Say greasy one more time. Definitely worth the 26-hour drive. Since I had no plan now, we of course spent the night at our favorite campsite, Walmart. With BLM land 30 minutes outside of Tucson and the sun setting, it's not worth the risk of damaging the Airstream trying to find a campsite in the dark. Can always count on the banks to have the green. A morning potty trip for the pups. Pro tip, banks like to have real grass even in the south. Breakfast for Rally and the pups, and a quick Walmart run for water and a few miscellaneous items, and we're off. Ugh. Pumping gas. 121 pumping dollars. We arrive at our home for the next week by mid-morning. Perhaps as an omen, our first day here shows some challenges. I can't get the side compartment open on the Airstream, requiring me to go at it from the inside. If you follow us on Instagram, you know that Arizona will prove to be our most challenging site yet, but we'll talk about that more in a future vlog. Today was gorgeous, and it feels like we have the whole world to ourselves. I want to give a special thanks to Sublime Canine. As I said, they're not paying me to say this. They really are just great people. They're true animal lovers and the kinds of people that I want to be around. If nothing else, give them a follow on Instagram. When we started this journey, I didn't even know rattlesnake training was a thing. It's because of all of you that I became aware of this, and I thank you. Finding a trainer I could trust wasn't easy. There are some important details for rattlesnake training that I've learned. They must use real rattlesnakes to begin with. If you see any mention of fake snakes or a noisemaker that imitates rattlesnakes, just keep moving. So why did I choose Sublime Canine? Well, their website had an entire bio on each snake they have. Names, ages, length they've had them, what their environment is like, and how they're cared for. When using live snakes, there are ways to take precautions. Some trainers muzzle them. I don't like muzzles. Some trainers have the fangs removed, sometimes just yanking them out while the snake's still awake. 1, they grow back. And 2, how is this not animal cruelty? Fortunately, there are some trainers like Sublime who have a vet properly sedate the snake and remove their venom glands. These do not grow back. To me, this is clearly the most humane option. This, plus the bio on each snake, showed me how much they cared for these snakes as members of their family. If they care this much about the snakes, I felt comfortable they would also care about my pup's well-being. From the moment I arrived, I knew I was in the right place. I swear, animal lovers, we can sense others. Also, Enzo and Lotus took to them immediately. The fact that they're restoring an Airstream in the background wasn't a bad sign either. Always trust your instincts and the instincts of your pups. I can honestly say, if I lived anywhere in the US where rattlesnakes were a concern, I would drive to Sublime. Now, to be clear, they're not paying me to say this. In fact, I paid full price for both Enzo and Lotus to have training. That said, you may not have to drive. They actually travel around the summer to some of the other western states. I know there will be in a couple locations that I'll put on the screen right now, but they have other states and cities planned. So definitely give them a shout and see if they might be in your area or somewhere nearby. I'll link their Instagram and their website both down below. It's also on the screen right now. Welcome to California. Tonight, we're in California, but Arizona had too much beauty for just one video, and I can't wait to show you all soon. I want to seriously thank each one of you who likes, shares, and watches our videos. And to the Patreons, you are literally supporting our little family, and it means the world to me. Good night, YouTube.